Hello, welcome to the show. I'm Vivian Kobusingye Birchall, your host, and my special guest is my friend, Dr. Maher Zahar, all the way from Tunisia. Welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thank you, Vivian, and thank you to give me this opportunity to discuss with you.
Right. And for our viewers, those who have not watched a previous interview I had with Dr. Zahar, a little bit about him is that he is the vice president of the International Federation of Sports Medicine. This is a new role that he has taken on. And he is the president of the Tunisian Society of Sports and Dentistry. He's also a member of the Scientific Commission of the International Olympic Committee. He's a member of the French Academy of Dentistry, the Executive Committee on the International Federation of Sports Medicine, and the member of the Confederation of African Football's Medical Commission. And last but not least, he's a member of the American Association of Orthodontists. What a resume. You're still serving in all those roles, right?
Yes, I'm serving in all this role. All this role are a little bit about my passion, because my passion is sports and dentistry, and it's also about my jobs, my daily working in sports and in dentistry and in medicines.
Right. And so let's start with the new role that you recently got. You're the vice president of the International Federation of Sports Medicine. What does this organization do? And what is the vice president's role?
The International Federation of Sports Medicine is the high committee, the high scientific committee in sports medicine in the world. So our role in this federation is to develop the research around the world and to help countries and medical team to treat their athlete and to know what is the news and what is the last research project in sports medicine in the world. So our role is more scientific than organization. We work to develop and to promote the scientific research in sports medicine around the world.
So does that mean you have to collaborate with institutions, organizations like FIFA?
We collaborate especially with the International Federation. We collaborate also with the International Center of Sports Medicine. We have our own center of sports medicine around the world. We have more than 30 centers around the world in all the continents. And we have developed into this center many projects of research and many charts of following the athlete's health.
For how long have you been the president of the Tunisian Society of Sports Dentistry?
I am now also president of the Tunisian Society of Sports Medicine. Tunisian Society of Sports Medicine is one of the most older society of sports medicine around the world. We are, our society have more than 40 years older, and he's one of the society who participate to create the International Federation of Sports Medicine. So for me, it's a big challenge. It's a challenge because it's the first time I take this this opportunity to participate to the growth of sports medicine in my country. It's also a challenge because we are a small country, but we have many beautiful results in sports. And I need, during my period as president of the Tunisian Society of Sports Medicine, to contribute to the promotion and to the performance of Tunisian athletes. So for me, it's a big challenge, and I hope I success in this mission.
Absolutely. And, you know, we're right in the middle of the World Cup season. Everybody's excited. Tunisia, I've watched one of Tunisia's games. But as a doctor for sports medicine, what are some of the things that these players do to prepare for games like this one?
For games like World Cup, now today the sports medicine become practice of many specialty. So it's maybe 20 years before, the sports medicine is a practice of physiotherapists, maybe sometimes doctors. Now it's a practice of team, and you have many specialty working into a team. So for the World Cup, the team need to have all the players in the better situation during the matches and during the competition. So they begin the working very early. Generally, we begin the working by a pre-competition assessment 1 year or more than 1 year before the World Cup. We work closely with the technical staff. We do all the examination for the beginning, and after, now sports medicine become a practice of precision. After we developed a planning for each one of the players. Each one of them have their own planning. Each one of them have their own examination. Each one of them have the date of all the examinations they have to do. And generally, the big team finished all the medical preparation and all the medical examination 6 months before the World Cup to permit to the technical staff to work in good condition. They have all their players. Our working is especially to prevent injury. Our working is to collaborate to have a better physical condition for the athlete. Our working is also to give them, now we work to the physiological aspect of the athletes, and we work also now in high-level sports to the mental aspect of the athletes. It's very important. So it's a work of team, and it's a work, all the team work for just the player and for the performance.
And how has sports medicine evolved over the years with technology coming, getting better, in your opinion?
Yes, I think we can do much better with technological evolution. First of all, now we have with technological evolution, we have the records, we have the data. So we can analyze the data and we can watch and put all the information in the data. Before, when a team go and play out of their country, the team physician take with him all the records in paper. Oh, yeah. Now he have just his phone in their jackets, and in his phone he have all the data of all the athletes. And when the athletes contract an injury, when the athletes have any problem, we go back to our data and we take our decision in accord with all the history, all the health history of the athletes. It's very important. So we can deliver a precision and individualized medicine. And sports medicine become today a practice of precision and individualized medicine.
And I mean, all your work, much of your work is done internationally, so what are some of the differences or best practices you've seen in the different parts of the world? You being in Tunisia, but working in Europe, in the United States. What are some of the best practices?
In the high level, many colleagues work together, but each one of us have their own special practice they deliver to this athlete, and this own special practice, no one spoke about this. We watch the colleagues during the competition. We look at what they do and we learn. Each competition, each exchange, we learn. So it's sports medicine, it's a new specialty with big evolution. So all of us learn, but I think not because I discuss with you, but I think that the US, it's a little bit in advance in this area, in this field.
Right. Well, it's great that you are in this part of a little bit in this world as well, so that you can share some of the best practices with our continent, Mother Africa, and with Europe. So this is great. I think it comes down to collaborations. Is there what are some of the misconceptions that might be there about sports medicine that you have heard of through your career, or yeah.
I
Are
think
there any?
yes, it's now it's become different because athletes need to realize performance every week, every matches, every competition, and it's difficult. It's difficult for the athletes, but it's also difficult for the staff, for the medical staff, for the medical team, for the technical staff. It's very difficult. But when you look at sports and the practice of sports today, athletes, all the athletes, if you observe the World Cup, many teams have the level very close, and there is no very big team like before Brazil or Argentina. We are sure that they will win the World Cup. Now, all the team are level very, and then all of them want to do their best, the much better matches each week, and it's difficult for the staff. And I think it's the bad parts of our working, because we need to protect the athlete in same time and to permit to them to do the performance he project to do. So it's a little bit complicated to have an accord between these two focus, these two goals. And for us, the first goal is to protect the athlete health. It's the mission of the sports medicine in the beginning of the practice. So we need to have, sometimes the athlete don't understand our message. We need to be a little bit strict in our mission.
Yes, absolutely. That is necessary. It's just, it makes me think of when, as a parent, when you have a child and they can't understand that you're trying to protect them and they really want to do something dangerous. So, no, but thank you for, you do a lot of behind the scenes for the athletes that give us so much joy. All we see is the game, but there is a lot of work certainly that goes around in the background. Is there anything else you'd like to tell our viewers about sports medicine that we haven't talked about today? And of course, I will be bringing you back again in the near future to continue this conversation, especially as I explore some of the disparities, some of the innovations, and some of the potential collaborations that are happening in the sports medicine world.
Yes, there is big collaboration in sports medicine. One of my goal, one of my project, I think Africa developed today a big number of athletes, of high-level athletes in football, in athleticism, in very all sports. And I hope to track all the sports medicine, all the colleagues in Africa, to develop the sports medicine in the same level than the athletes practice in Africa. It's my project. I am not sure to realize it, but it's my goal in this moment.
Well, it is a worthwhile goal. And if there is anything I can do in my little world to spread the news, let me know. I will happily do that.
Thank you.
But anyway, I guess that's what I had for today in terms of talking about football, talking about some of the organizations that you represent. Maybe one final thing. Are you still a member of the Confederation for African Football?
Yes.
Okay. So CAF, what have been some of the trends with CAF when it comes to sports medicine or with just the game of sports in Africa?
Now, CAF today, CAF will change because we introduce a new competition, new big competition in Africa. And I think with the introduction of this new big competition, we need to track the sports medicine into the level of this new competition. So we need to form many colleague sports physicians to work together with us to have a big family in sports medicine in Africa, that this family can protect and follow the health of the players in Africa. I think it's the goal of CAF for the future.
Well, I love the sound of that. CAF for the future, improving sports medicine, collaborating. You are doing amazing, Dr. Maher Zahar.
Yes, it's right. Yes, yes.
It's always a joy, my dear friend, just chatting with you. Thanks for everything that you do for the sports industry, and thanks for being my guest today.
Thank you for this interview, and thank you for your very good smile. I hope discuss with you, Vivian. Thank you.
Thank you. And to our viewers, thank you for watching. Till next time.